Welcome back, fam. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I know you're having a wonderful day. We're back with another Divine Alignment Light Code message, and we are finishing up and continuing our presentation series when it comes to merging with our guardian angel or our higher self, so to speak, so we can get those better light code cheat codes and get that balance that we deserve in our lives. Okay, let me slow my butt down. Okay. So with that being said, it's all about merging with our higher self, our guardian angel, holy guardian angel, so to speak, by going through these 7 centers of integration. All right. So we've been moving on up, leveling up, growing, just going through each experience, feeling, emotion, at each level, because it's not an outer experience, it's an inner experience. And your intuition gonna, guide you, walk you through this process of self-discovery, knowledge of self, realize like, man, I'm unique, I'm special. Each and every one of us have our own unique purpose and mission that we have to fulfill. But, we just need to get back in our own vibration, so to speak, in our own lane. That way we can make the magic happen, okay? So today is all about the Bra Center, that number 6, ooh la la la, all right? And we're going to talk about the intuition, the wisdom, being very creative, and using your imagination and tapping to your divine intelligence, okay? So with that being said, be sure to click that like and subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you, all right? And the reason that you are gravitating to these presentations at this present moment in time and space, right? All of us are interconnected, okay? So obviously you received your call to adventure a long time ago when you volunteered to come down here, right? To have this experience as you, all right? So let's take a look at this on a grander scale here. So you are a divine light being. I'm gonna keep telling you that. You come from higher realms. Some people come from higher, some people come from other realms, but it's the same energy, okay? So all jokes aside, you come from higher realms to have this experience, and you gotta grow through your own personal transformation and atonement process. And the reason why the heart center is so key, that's where you meet your holy guardian angel, up close and personal, and get you a couple, pointers, and let you know like, hey, there's some things you can do better. There's some things you've been doing very well, okay? But it's all about going to the next level on your hero's journey, okay? So I just want to tie things together. You here to, you came here to do great things. A lot of people been stuck in the second, in the same grade over and over again. So if I were to, relate it to high school, some people been, basically repeating 10th grade over and over again. And when you graduated, you got several degrees, and you hear that, hey, there's a better way to get through the course. All right. And so that's where I come into play. So all jokes aside, let's go back here. All right. So obviously you receive your call to adventure from Mama Universe. You here to do great things, and the universe gonna line you up with people like myself, as a reminder to let you know like, hey, we all been lied to on a mass level. So we need to unlearn all these different lies that we've been taught, conditioned, and programmed, and relearn our own personal truth and trust our own inner voice, our own energy. Okay. So with that being said, the universe again gonna line you up with the right people, place, and event, because you want to do right by people, you want to do right by yourself, and you want to leave no stone unturned on your hero's journey, because Earth is a school, right? So you're gonna build a strong connection with your intuition. You're gonna realize that everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. You're gonna learn about music, astrology, sacred geometry. Most importantly, you're gonna learn about your anatomy, right? How does this avatar work, and what can I do to get the best benefits out of this avatar, right? And also you're gonna learn about synchronicity. That we talked a lot about that. And also, if you haven't already, you better build a relationship with Mama Nature, okay, to tie everything together. And each and every day, it's all about investing 15 minutes each day, into each mode, so to speak. And that way you can figure out, okay, man, I didn't know that. And how can you apply these different tools and modes into your life? All right, because everything has a purpose. All right, so when you know better, you're gonna do better. All right, so the universe is gonna line you with people like myself, sharing their true ups and downs, their experience, the things that worked, the things that didn't work, and also some tools that can assisted me along my journey. And then if I can tie my experience along with a book, I'm gonna do that. That's part of being a researcher, right? Or a philosopher, so to speak, right? Because you're looking for that universal truth. So with that being said, that's when the 7 Hermetic principle came in handy. I was doing these things, but I didn't know they had a name, so to speak. And so once I realized, somebody coined a name to them, and these are the universal laws. So all jokes aside, you're doing these things consciously or subconsciously, whether you know it or not. each and every day, you know. So why not get a better understanding and overstanding and learn how to apply these principles so you can have that balance you deserve in your life. So each and every day you just, you know, you realize like every day is a lesson and a test for you to pass, right? So don't repeat the same lessons over and over again. All right. So with that being said, it's all about becoming the best person that you were, you know, becoming better than you were yesterday. All right. So with that being said, let's get ready to jump all into it so we can get ready to close this thing on out. At the end of the day, guys, it's all about unity consciousness. This is a messages from the universal source within you, and you realize that, hey, we are all different aspects of the universe because you are your own universe. So it's time for each and every one of us to take full responsibility and accountability for our actions. All right, we can't blame anybody but ourselves. So we do have some kind of control of the things that are happening to us and around us, okay, so to speak. So with that being said, you know, you are divine light being, having this experience as you. All right, you come through that divine portal of your mom and dad link up to create that spark, that, you know, to create your avatar so you can jump your butt right on in there on your birthday, right? So whether you male or female, you're gonna come through that divine portal, that Christ portal of your divine mother, right? And then while you get here, you know, it's all about, you're gonna get that knowledge that you need. You're gonna learn a lot of different things, right? And you're gonna test some things out, see what works, see what doesn't work for you, right? And you're gonna find your own divine sweet spot, and that's gonna lead to your own wisdom. And by you doing that, you're gonna test things out over and over again, adding different things to your repertoire, right? And then it's gonna make you a bigger, better, you know, smarter, highly intelligent person, okay? But it's time to, you know, balance that material and spiritual knowledge all together. You know, the way we've all been conditioned and programmed, so to speak, it's all about material aspects: cars, clothes, people, places, things, right? Not about our inner voice, that unseen realm, our own energy. How does things manifest? You know what I'm saying? Where does ideas come from? You know what I'm saying? So it's all about tapping into that spiritual knowledge and the universe itself, so you can balance yourself out. And then by you applying this same methodology, right, or mode, you're gonna balance your own divine polarity within you, your divine masculine, feminine principle, so you can be that one force that you came here to be, a solar being, right? So with that being said, for a higher spiritual perspective, you know, we have that spiritual brain map here to give you the tie in that as above, so below. You got Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna, right? That midbrain, which is, you know, all aspects of you, that one force, right? And so to get a better spiritual perspective, I highly encourage you to watch Astral City, a spiritual journey. Astral City, a spiritual journey. If you feel like your life, you haven't been growing, you know, you haven't been, you know, seeing the growth spurts, you know, because like everything works in these 7-year cycles, and you can gauge things in 3-year spurts, okay, in my experience. So if you feel like you've been stagnant, you haven't really grown spiritually, mentally, or emotionally, and you haven't really been seeing the results, because the results gonna show, and you'll see people around you just manifesting things. All right, so the easiest way, you got to look, you know, everything has a root cause. You know, who are the people, places, events, environment that came into your life, you know, over the past 7 years that kind of slowed you down. And by the process of elimination, you realize who, what, when, where, how these people, places, and things that you need to get out of your life, okay, with the quickness. So with that being said, you know, by you doing these universal laws, these 7 hermetic principles, you know, the principle of truth are 7. He or she who knows these understandingly possess the magic key before the touch. But whose touch of all doors of the temple fly open, and the temple is your mind, okay? First principle is mentalism. Everything starts in the mind first, or the spiritual realm, right? Before it manifests in the physical. Then you have correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender, right? And so, and to make sure that you maintain yourself, your thought processes, your values, you know, your morals, and into your heart chakra, we have the 7 principles of Ma'at, okay? And these are, you know, this is an ancient system of morals and values that are going to help guide your thought and behavior as you navigate and be around these different people, places, and events, so you don't go off on these people, okay? All right, I'm about to say something. So again, the 7 principles of Ma'at is a system of morals and values that are going to help guide your thoughts and behavior as you navigate dealing with people, especially with people that really don't have your best interests at hand. And it's all about truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, balance, order, harmony. And your next move can tilt the scale in either way. Either you're going to lift that person up, you know, because your words are powerful, or you're going to tear that person down. All right. So it's all about, you know, we all need a little help. So why not add value to that person, lead them to a reference that can help them in any, there's a book for everything out here, okay? So don't be played. So fine, there's a book for everything. If you have a problem with money, there's a money book. You have a problem with your mental health, there's a book by, from a trained doctor with experience that wrote a book that can help, you do your own, self balance, so to speak, okay? Healing. All right. So with that being said, today, guys, is all about, we into the brow center. All right. That pineal gland area, that number 6, that ooh la la la. Right. So we got the main issue, the plexus gland, and we also have the related functions here. So when it comes to this region, it deals with intuition, wisdom, your creative function, your creativity, right? That inner voice, your own energy, your divine intelligence. And then when it comes to the plexus, it deals with the carotid. You have the carotid plexus, and then you have the pineal gland, pituitary gland. We've been talking about that for quite some time. And then the related function deal with the hormonal, physiological regulation as well. All right. And so at this present time, it's not about knowing everything. It's about knowing, a little bit more each day about who you are, why you're here on the planet this time, tying everything together. Okay. And also, by you not trying to remember everything, as long as you can reference a thing. I hope that makes sense. So don't worry about trying to remember all this information. As long as you can reference the information to help, that'll really, help empower yourself and and people around you. Okay, because a person that can reference information and point people in the right direction, man, you are a leader. You are a guiding light. That's what you're here to do. All right. So with that being said, and that again, that's a powerful tool that's used in the military too. When you can reference, man, you can lift these soldiers up. Okay. So with that being said, it's all about loving your level of consciousness. All jokes aside, we're going from that dense, low vibration, terrestrial energy, and we're gonna raise it up to celestial, but with our level of consciousness, leaving no stone unturned, and realize, just tying everything together so it can make sense for you. Okay. What makes sense for me may not make sense for you, but I'm kind enough to at least point you in the right direction with some references, so you can say, okay, I don't really get what he's saying, but he did point me in the direction of these books so I can read some things so I can gather my own point of view. All right. And that way you may see a clearer picture. All right. You may see things a little bit grander than me. All right. So with that being said, we're going from the physical to the emotional to the grand mind. All right. The most high mind within yourself. All right. So you can tap into your own guard particle within you. All right. So it's all about raising the overall energy, frequency, and vibration so you can tie everything together with your higher self. Okay. So with that being said, we talked about the neocortex. This is the rational thinking brain, that genius brain within you. All right. You have your own inner genius that shows up from time to time when you really need it. Right. Like, hey, won't you do this? Won't you do that? Stay away from these people. What I'm saying? Start reading this book every day so you can get ahead of the game, so you can get that promotion that you need at your job, right? So that voice will start kicking in from time to time, but it's all about building a consistent connection with that voice so you can, exercise your true will, all right, with faith and confidence, all right? So with that being said, then we have the limbic system here. This is the emotional feeling brain, all right? Then we're going down to the reptilian brain, deals with instinct, the dinosaur brain. And then you have the amygdala, right? This is the triggers of the flight, fight, or freeze. It deals with sex, drugs, work, worry about how can I pay my bills? How can I make more money so I can show off, right? Cars, sports, survival, what I'm saying? Like how am I gonna get, money for next month? Things of that nature, instead of just reading the books, right? So again, there's books for everything. Anything that's, that's slowing you down, physically, spiritually, emotionally, there are books available. And there's also experts out there that are willing to help you for free, right? And that's part of my purpose, that give you, just some additional tools to put in your toolbox. All right. So you can be your own expert. So, but down in this area, that's why, you got that Stockholm syndrome. Monkey see, monkey do. Don't ask no questions. Just follow everybody else. And it's going to be A-okay. No, it won't. Okay. So ask questions. All right. So this is the area where fear and manipulation resides. And that's why everything geared to this, because if you can be kept in this zone here, this lower vibration, you'll do what anything, people will tell you just, to get out of a jam versus, you investigating things for yourself. And then that way you'll know better. Then you can empower other people. Okay, so with that being said, it's all about tapping into your critical thinking skills. So that's why knowledge itself is more important and longer lasting. If you don't learn anything else from these presentations, please tap into these 7 fundamental principles, the universal law. You're doing these things each and every day, whether you know it or not. So why not tap into them? All right, so it's time to balance your polarity within you. There's a good side, not so good side of everything, but it's all about balancing your own energy here. So again, we've been tapped into this material aspect for quite some time. That's how, this matrix been set up. Right now, we need to go within. All right, these spiritual experiences, how does these things make us feel? And how can we use this energy, these feelings to, for our own benefit, and that's going to make you whole, and you're going to tap into your higher self, your holy guardian angel. Okay, so be mindful of your words as you navigate out here. You have the power to lift people up every day, or you can, basically break their whole day. So why not add value to people, point them in the right direction, encourage them. Don't just, say nice words just to say it, think it's gonna give you some extra kudos. No, be genuine with your praise. Okay, so today, guys, is all about the brow center, the ajna chakra, or that third eye, that pineal gland area, right, that we've been talking about. The attributes relate to awareness, consciousness, right, self-realization, enlightenment, and also this is the home of your higher self and the focal point of all things spiritual experiences. All your spiritual experiences are in this area here. So, but the physical location, again, it's in your forehead, that third eye area, and the element deals with this is all in all is one. So again, your body is the temple of your spirit, and your body is the vehicle by which your guardian angel manifests in the physical world. So with that being said, it is through your senses and actions of your body, right? Tap into your senses. How does that make you feel? Thoughts, feeling, words, motion, actions, right, of your body, you may act to accomplish your will in this life. All right, so the genetic code that created you is very sacred, and it's a true manifestation of your higher self, and thus the God particle, I said God, right, the God particle within you. All right, so this zone here is the concentrated mind. All right, the zone of the concentrated mind, right, this is you. It's the key to everything you do and say. So this is where all things perceive originate, because you are projecting your reality. I repeat, you are projecting your reality. So we are in a multiplayer simulation, video game, so to speak, and we are all projecting, we loaded our CD disc in a video game, if I want to break it down like that, and we playing a multiplayer game where we see, similar things from different perspectives, right? But we all have our own version of the game. Right, so but and in this area is the focal point of your higher self. So this is why the third eye, right, has been a symbol of God, and specifically of the guardian angel, or the angles of light. Okay, angels of light. All right, we live in a realm of energy, frequency, and vibration, holographic universe, right, holography, right, for centuries. So with that being said, at this level, all other levels become obvious. You can see the big picture. You can see who been, trying to play you. You can see the people that really need help, where, you'll find a way where you can fit in to help them. The universe will line you up with these individuals so you can share, either a book reference, or you can walk them through, how to take care of a couple things for themselves, so they can build that muscle memory. Some people need that muscle memory installed, so to speak. So this is basically, what am I saying here? So everything, all the levels become obvious at this point, and you're going to tap into your own philosopher's stone, and basically you just, looking for that universal truth, and the truth is you, that pineal gland. Okay, so these are my own personal takeaways. I'm gonna get you guys out of here. So when it comes to this reaching here, when it comes to that inner feeling, so the illusion of all phenomenon is pierced by inner sight. Basically you can see through all the BS. You can see through the illusion. Your higher self will begin, your higher self will begin and end all teaching from this center. So what does that mean? When you start getting those, higher, downloads, light codes, so to speak, those ideas, those thoughts, you'll get that spark from this region. So your best spiritual work will happen here, and it affect significant changes in the way you think and conduct your life, right? This is the level of concentrated focus, and this is the level where I pretty much tap in, right? So I can like piece together these presentations, because a lot of this information, come from various sources. So I can piece things together into a big puzzle here, so it can make sense to me. And that way, if it makes sense to me, I know it's somebody out there, it'll make sense to them too. Okay, so right here, what did I say? Okay. Again, this is the level of concentrated focus. Number 2, the scientific fact that you only use 10% of your mind becomes the starting point, to tap into the other 90% of your dormant brain cells. So that's what I realized. Like, okay, now I realize, I see, by you being in your root chakra of your brain, you're only using 10% of your brain. So I need to tap into my heart chakra, right, in the mind, right, a heart chakra in the mind, and raise my butt up to my neocortex so I can tap into my inner genius. All right, and I hope that makes sense. I want to keep it as simple as possible. So as you learn more about your anatomy, astrology, tying these things together, you building new brain cells. As you learn new things, it helps builds new brain cell, and they call that neuroplasticity. Okay, so every time you meditate or think on your purpose, your guardian angel will gradually walk your butt through, the labyrinth or the maze of your mind. This is the labyrinth, the maze of your mind. Okay, and so with that being said, every time you visualize something, your inner sight will reveal more clearly how these different thoughts affect your mood, and then you'll see your feelings and your mental, physical, and spiritual self too. You'll be able to see things from a higher perspective. So by being getting more consistent with this, is going to take concentrated focus again. You got to practice 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and then also tap into your imagination. All right, when you bring all these 3 pieces together, you'll start building, having better consistency, so to speak. All right, number 4, you will be led to different mind expansion drills, like these presentations, the way they are set up. They basically designed to spark your intuition, your childhood like curiosity. Like, man, what's up with all these colors? What does this mean? What is this book? I never seen that before. You know what I'm saying? So these things are set up, and my intuition, guides me to to put things in these presentations, to line a couple things up. And then when I'm done, I'm amazed at myself. I'm like, wow, I did this. Wow. Okay. So moving on. With that being said, again, you will be led to different mind expansion drills to increase your awareness and personal power and insight. And then this is going to be leading you to to do your will with love more consistently. Let me slow down. So by you doing these little drills, tapping into different, information, and really want to better yourself, because the universe is going to mirror your intent, it's going to help you do your will with love more consistently. It all begins and ends in your mind's eye. This is your own personal Zen area. That's why, you hear a lot of, quite a few spiritual teachers, or mentors out here, they say, go within, meditate. By you meditating, you basically sitting with yourself, and giving yourself enough time to really tap into your intuition. Your intuition will, help you come up with new ideas to get, for financial troubles, or dealing with family, or, dealing with work, right? Or how you can be more productive at school. And speaking of productivity, I'm probably, break some things down about productivity to help you, okay, as we grow together, right? But this is going to help you tap into the Zen area within you. All right, so you can get those results that you need. So from time to time, every day, at least 15 minutes, set your intentions high. Okay, close your eyes, think of your guardian angel, your higher self, or the God or goddess within you. Use your senses. You may feel a little coolness, a little pride. You may feel like a little feather. You may hear like different sounds going around in your surrounding. But be mindful of everything. Your guardian angel, your higher self, will use any means necessary to get your doggone attention. Okay, but are you paying attention? So as we get ready to close things out, all right, the key to this area here is imagination, image and action. Okay, so with that being said, it's all about focus and vision, and this is going to link your conscious mind with your unconscious mind, the macro, micro, so to speak, as above, so below. All right, number 6. So the work you have done at this point has manifested and placed your guardian angel in the throne of the soul, which is your pineal gland, okay, the higher mind. All right. So and this is where you'll start to, you know, have these kind of like trippy experience. In my experience, you know, you start to see your dream world and and this so-called reality world start to merge together. So, and you'll start to see things kind of like in advance, you know. So the dreams, reality, thoughts, and symbols they'll be, you know, weaved together into visions of truth, and you'll see things for what they truly are, and you'll realize everybody out here could need could use a little help. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. You know, that's why I see the interconnectedness of everything. Everybody's been hurt, and everybody just need a little help, a little guidance, and a little pep talk, and just saying like, hey, you can do this, right? So number 7, as we close this thing out, important spiritual truth and teachings, you know, like these and these books that you're going to be reading and researching, listening to different, you know, people just sharing their true, you know, experience will propel you. Okay, it's going to just level your butt up in consciousness like Bobby Hemmett to the next level of awareness. So, you know, once you reach this level, it's okay to rest, okay? Don't overdo it. All right. So this has been my own personal takeaways when it comes to the 7 centers of integration with the brow center, right? The third eye, the Ajna chakra. All right. Be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. We're going to be closing this thing out with the absolute number 7 in our next presentation. I really hope you've been enjoying yourself, you know, investing in yourself, leaving no stone unturned. Again, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. Until next time, take care of yourself. Love yourself. Stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.